the soldiers of Christ, International Ministry. We run with passion.
Sensual wisdom has to do with the development of your intellect, the ability to cram information and put it to work. So most of you go to school, you go over there to acquire knowledge. We don't go to school to acquire wisdom. Formal education does not give you wisdom. So you see a lot of people who are well educated but they lack wisdom. Have you seen such people like that before? You find a lot of people who are well educated. They have first degree, they have second degree, they have permanent head damage. Do you know permanent head damage? PhD. When you have that, it means here mentally is damaged. The head is burning. So I call it permanent head damage, PhD. So people have all kinds of information, but don't get me wrong, PhD doesn't mean permanent head damage. It's Doctor of Philosophy, okay, in a specific discipline. So you find people who academically, they are smart, they are knowledgeable, but they lack wisdom. And I'm going to teach you how to grow into wisdom. Sensual wisdom. Sensual wisdom is the ability to cram information. There are most of you who are university students. Some of you are university graduates. You cram information, you read and read and read. So you have a lot of information. It is the application of what you have acquired that makes you a wise person. So sensual wisdom. Number 3, devilish wisdom. Devilish wisdom or diabolic wisdom, it is that kind of information the devil gives to some people to manipulate others. And this was what happened in the Garden of Eden. When the devil used the serpent in deceiving Eve, it started gradually with words, flattery words. Oh, but Eve, why don't you touch this tree? Oh, God said if we should touch this tree and touch this other tree, but not this one. But there's nothing wrong with this. If you touch it, you'll be like God. Around this time, Eve had forgotten that God had also placed her in his class. But the devil came pestering Eve over and over and over until one day Eve gave in. That is the kind of wisdom known as devilish wisdom. It's the diabolic wisdom. Have you seen people who are trying to pester a lady and they use words, flattery words? Then over and over, then one day they get the lady, sleep with this lady, destroy the future of the lady, and now there's no more love for that lady again. That is devilish wisdom. And the last one is godly wisdom. Say godly wisdom. Say it again. Godly wisdom is also known as the wisdom from above. James chapter 1 verse 5. If anyone therefore lacks wisdom, the person must do what? Talk to me, please. The person must do what? Ask. Okay. So this is the kind of wisdom we are going to talk about. And this is the kind of wisdom Jesus, as young as he was at the age of 12, he started growing into this form of wisdom. That is godly wisdom. Say godly wisdom. Say it again. Say godly wisdom. Louder. Let me hear you. Godly wisdom. So I'm going to expose godly wisdom to you. What is godly wisdom? Write this. It is the spirit of the fear of the Lord. Godly wisdom is the spirit of the fear of the Lord. So you see, I'm just exposing just a text. One text to you. Okay? I'm exposing just one text. That is Luke chapter 2, verse 52 to all of you. So the spirit of the fear of the Lord is godly wisdom. Any wise person, he has the fear of God inside of him. It is difficult for a young man with the fear of God to go and steal somebody's money. It is difficult to lie to your mother. It is difficult to lie to your father. That is the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Look at young Solomon when he became king in Israel. At least the father had made provision for him, wealth, riches. So when he came into power, the only thing he needed from God was what? Was what? Wisdom. You see, If you want to excel in ministry, one of the things you need, of course, it must be your strongest pillar is wisdom. Say wisdom. You see a lot of people on social media, a lot of people are not wise. Everything about themselves, they'll put it on social media. Everything, even when they are going to the washroom, they'll put it on social media. Look at me. This is my washroom. This is my house. This is my footwear. This is my this. This is my new wig. This is my new phone. This is my new this. Godly wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Say the fear of the Lord. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. If you are always praying, God, open my eyes. I want to prophesy. God, give me the power to heal. Give me the power to do this. Let me tell you, the moment you gave your life to Christ, 1 Corinthians chapter 12, the gift of the Holy Spirit came to stay inside of you with the 9 gifts. But they grow with time. So you don't need it now. What you need is, God, give me wisdom. Because if God gives you the power to heal, power to prophesy, power to deliver, and you lack wisdom, within a day you will destroy your life. You see, young people, I can know your level of wisdom by the way you hold microphone to speak in public. I can enter a meeting, the moment I sit there, anyone holding the microphone, I can know your level of wisdom. Your utterances, I can know whether you are a wise person or the opposite is difficult for me to say. Whether you are a wise person or it's difficult for me to say that one. Or an unwise person. But the opposite is difficult for me to say it. When I hear people say that maybe someone is the opposite of the other one, it's difficult for me to pronounce that name. So I prefer using an unwise person. The way you conduct yourself, the way you speak in public. There are some people, young as they are, they call themselves young men, young. You are apostles. I'm not an apostle. So this is apostle, 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 lady apostle, lady apostle, lady apostle. Powerful. You are all apostles. Powerful. But the apostolic ministry is not a title. So you find a lot of young people, they have distributed the office. Okay, you are apostle. Okay, you too are apostle. You too are apostle. Okay, he has now come. So you're a pastor. You're a pastor. But you, senior apostle general, senior apostle this, senior apostle this. You need wisdom. You need wisdom. We don't distribute the offices by your height. The offices are not distributed according to height. Oh, if he is tall, this is an apostle. If he is this, this is a pastor. This is an evangelist. Oh, they are now coming, so he's a Bible teacher. So you see young people, they are confused. And they see people on social media, they are confusing them. Oh, I want to be like this. Today they are preaching like this person, and next day they are preaching like that person. Okay, today he's preaching like he's Steve Danaba. The next day he's preaching like Bishop T.D. Jakes. The next day he's preaching like this. No, you are a confused human being because you lack wisdom. It is good to learn from all these people, but learn to be the original. Do you understand? You can borrow a lot of vessels from people, learn from A, learn from B, learn from C, learn from this. Select all of them, sift them, and add it to your originality. Be yourself. I preach like myself, teach like myself, walk like myself. I don't want to be like anyone. I may learn from someone, but I always want to be the original. Say, be the original. Fear God in everything you do. Fear God. If you are going to visit a lady in the room, you are only going there for a visit. You are not going there for touching. Touching. So sis, what about this? You are touching somebody's keyboard in front of her. the keyboard, and you are touching the keyboard, a young man or married man, a young woman, and you are enjoying, you are pressing the keyboard. Hey, so this one, is the keyboard, is it the black keys? This is the black key, this is the white key. Oh, really? Oh, what a wow. And they are in front of you, standing, and they are standing. So that is stand chat. Oh, what a wow. Look at what is also behind you. So that is the backlist. No, you have a problem. You lack wisdom. You lack wisdom. And you find on our campus some young people cohabiting. But when it comes to prayer, but just after the prayer meeting, he goes to stay with someone. One whole semester, he's sleeping in somebody's room. A lady's room. A whole semester, a young woman staying with someone as a husband and a wife. But when it comes to prayer, and Jesus looks up there. Then I'm sure Michael tells Jesus, this is the time. Let's calm down. And Jesus will say, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Because they lack wisdom. Ministry is not about the shouting. Ministry is not about the screaming. Ministry is not about how you hold the microphone. Ministry is not about how you jump on the platform. Yay! No. Ministry is about wisdom. And the wisdom I'm talking about is the fear of the Lord. Put your hands together for Jesus. The fear of the Lord. Number 2, wisdom, godly wisdom is the skill or ability emotion. The skill or the ability emotion. Each one of us over here, there's a skill God has given to us. There are some of you have the skill. You play musical instrument. This is the bass guitar. This is the bass guitar. This is the lead guitar. This is the drum set. These are the keyboards. There are some of you who are singing. Some of you come over here to arrange chairs. Some of you come over here to sweep. Some of you are handling the microphone. Some of you are handling the media. Some of you are doing something. It is the skill that is in you, emotion. So if you are part of this group and you do nothing, there's a wisdom question mark on your life. Are you following me? Talk to me. Are you following me? If you are here and you do nothing to support your ministry, it means that your skill or your ability that must be in motion is at the stage of inertia. You know the laws of motion. A body will keep on staying at its original position unless an external force pushes it. Is that not so? So you do nothing. You only come to increase the body temperature of the seat. Then, after service, you leave, you come back. It means you are lacking what? Talk to me. You are lacking what? I am not the one saying it. You are lacking what? So if you are here and you do nothing to support the ministry, it means the skill or the ability God has given to you, you have covered it. When I hear people praying, they go and sit on top of a mountain praying. Meanwhile, in their local church, local assembly, in their ministry, they do nothing. You lack what? Wisdom. There are times you don't even pray for a spiritual gift. By your daily commitment to the things of God, one day before you are aware, boom. The first time I started seeing real prophetic ministry, I was 16 years of age. I was going to minister somewhere. I have done students ministry for over 25 years in this country. I was going to minister somewhere. Then I lifted up a song. As we were singing and singing, for the first time in my life, I think I was about 18 years of age. For the first time in my life, my eyes just opened. And we were just singing. By the time I came back to myself, I saw more than 2/3 of the people on the floor. Strange things happening. People moving like a snake. Strange things. So I was just there looking at them like this. It didn't come by praying. God, this is my way. How God started using me. That is my way. You cannot use my way to be your way. But the basic principle is, if you do not apply wisdom to your life, you run ahead of God because you think this is how everyone is doing it. But the gift and the skill he has given to you, keep on doing it over and over, over and over. Look at David. The family said, David, you are not qualified. Be at the backside of the desert. Take care of the animals. He was taking care of the animals over and over and over. One day, an external predator, an animal form, appeared on the scene. David gathered all the confidence, the skill, and he killed this external predator. Then one day, Goliath appeared in the scene and screamed, Saul, give me one man to fight. And everyone was quiet. The whole Israel, everyone was quiet. Until David came on the scene. You see, because consistently, he was always applying his skill behind the scene. If it's time for rehearsals, he'll be doing it. Time for sweeping, time for this, time for that, time for evangelism. Small things. Small things. Look at Elisha. One day, running away from the sound of Jezebel. And Jezebel said, we will kill you. And God said, Elijah, go over here. I'm coming to speak to you. And Elijah was hiding somewhere, thinking that God will come in an audible voice. And there was thunder. But God was not there. Fire, God was not there. But God appeared in the scene in a small voice. Little things you are doing. Little things. One day before you are aware, boom! So when you put your skill or your ability into motion, one day, gradually, it may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, it may take 4 years, 5 years, but one day, before you are aware, your eyes are open, boom, your ears, boom, and you'll be moving. As you are moving with angels. As you are moving, you see names of people on their foreheads. As you are moving, strange things are happening. You did not go and hide somewhere for 10 years, praying and fasting. It came as a result of what? Service. That is how we do the work of God. Service. Not for competition. If this is your leader, if he is your leader, and he announces to you, we are meeting at this time, you don't hide somewhere to say, oh, Grace man, don't you know I also have an appointment? Don't you know I'm also an apostle? When I saw your billboard, I said, hey, young people, apostle this, apostle that. It's good. I've done this work for 25 years. I'm still the same. It's good. Well, you are apostles. You've done well. Let's clap for all your apostles. Apostle. It's now your trademark. Apostle John, Apostle Apia, Apostle Moses, Lady Apostle Michael, Lady Apostle this. Hey. No, the thing is not in the title. Don't get me wrong. Please, I hope you get me. The thing is not in the title. The thing is in the functioning. For you to know who an apostle is, the things the person does, you know he's an apostle. You know he's the prophet. You know he's the pastor. So it's not about the carrying of that title. It's about serving. Say 7. Say it again. Louder, say it again. Say it again. Loud and clear. 7. Serve people. Visit people. Get to the hospital. When I was on the university campus, I used to do dawn broadcast. You wake up, do dawn broadcast. Lecture room, be preaching. Doing all kinds of evangelistic work. Sweeping, carrying instruments. Handling the mass choir. Handling our church choir. Playing musical instruments. I was 7. So now that I pastor a church, it's easier for me to handle the choir, handle administration, handle evangelism, because I've gone through the mill. I've gone through the mill. Don't be in a rush when God has not finished with the process. Don't be in a rush when God has not finished with your process. Don't be in a rush. I was in one country some time ago, and someone entered into the bus. The person has curled the hair because he admires Pastor Chris so much that he had also... Pastor Chris originally is a fair man, nice man. This man, you can see that he is dark. You can see he is dark from the legs up to here to the hands, everywhere. But the face, the guy had bleached the face all over. No, you see, there's a difference between an agama lizard and a human being. Just be yourself. Why are you changing like a chameleon? Then go and hide on top of the wall and be nodding your head like an agama lizard. Just be yourself. That is his nature. That is how he is. Be yourself. If God will use you, it does not depend on the color. It does not depend on the complexion of your skin. Whether you are dark or fair, if God wants to use you, he will use you. But go through the mill. Say, go through the mill. Louder, louder, go through the mill. So put your skill to use. Put your skill to use. Put your skill to use. Godly wisdom is the power also to control your desire. Anyone having godly wisdom, he has the power to control his or her desire. Who doesn't have a desire inside of him or her? Everyone over here, there's a desire inside of you. As young as you are, sometimes there's a desire to have sexual intimacy with someone. True or false? Talk to me, true or false? Sometimes there's a desire to have sexual intimacy with someone. Because the devil is always talking to your mind. There's the desire to go and watch pornography. There's the desire to go and do what people are doing. There's the desire to go and listen to some profane music. There's a desire to do this. You see, but godly wisdom teaches you that though there's a desire, think about tomorrow. Think about tomorrow. Because whatever you do in secret, one day it will be exposed in the eyes of the public. So think about tomorrow. So wisdom is the ability to control your desire. As young as you are, you can stand there and minister in song. People will be praising you. Come on! Wow! Please get up. The keyboard is, where are you? Set it on. Play some solos for me. Then a lady somewhere is watching you. Let's go. So after service, hey, brah, Chale, brah, the way you play the keyboard, please, you have to teach me. Yeah. Please, can I come for rehearsal? God willing, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Keep on playing. So you are there. The lady said, wow. Wa mama koma tomi yem. Then she keeps on coming, rehearsals. Then as you are rehearsing, because there's a desire, I don't control desire, and you are rehearsing and rehearsing. One day before you are aware, mistakenly, the finger touches somewhere, so we are still rehearsing. You have some young people who even have sexual intimacy. They may be in the choir, sexual intimacy, but they can still stand here and sing powerfully. Control your desire. Otherwise, listen, there's a difference between gift and charisma. I'm sorry, there's a difference between gift and character. Your gift or your charisma will take you to places everywhere people can invite you. But it is your character that is the staying power. It is your character. So if you see, the gift God has given to us, the gift is so powerful. The gift can take you to different places, different platforms. But what will give you the staying power is your character. So if you stand here and you are singing, good. But don't listen to some of the messages people are teaching that Paul calls it the other gospel. That people are teaching the grace message, but they are not teaching it well. So people can stand fornicate and still come and sing fornicate because you are still living under grace. We are living under grace. We are living under grace. You are living under grace. Then one day Paul said, Romans chapter 6 verse 1, must we continue sinning now that we have grace? Because your body is the temple of who? Talk to me. Your body is the temple of who? So everything you are doing over here, you present your body as a living sacrifice to God. Because your gift, listen, your gift will attract the attention of people. But it is your character that will give you long life. Your character. Your character. Who is a powerful man of God? A powerful man of God is not the one who prays for you and you fall under the power. Hey, the man is powerful. Hey! The moment he started singing and people were falling under the power. So you mean that is a powerful man of God? A powerful man of God is not the one who preaches for people to fall under the power. A powerful man of God is a humble man. A powerful man of God is that person who fears God. So take your time for God to process your life. It may take 5 years. I've been preaching for 25 years. So I didn't start yesterday. So take your time for God to process your life. Wherever you want to get, you'll get there one day. You'll get there. Whether you like it or not, I'm telling you, you'll get there. But take time to build character. There are some of you who are controlled by anger. When you are angry, no one can calm you down. You talk to people anyhow. You insult people anyhow. There are some people you can't correct them. Some people you can never correct them. Grace Man is your leader. Must he ask you, please, I have given you the choir. You are going to sing 2 songs. 2 songs. For what? 2 songs. Because you are thinking of what? Showmanship. Showmanship. Apostle. You are thinking of what? Let me look at the images well. Where's Apostle? Extreme left. Who is this one? You are? Where's Apostle? Oh, I see. And who is this one? The grace man himself. The real apostle. When I see young people who love God, I become so happy. So the thing is not about the gift. It is about your character. Take time to control your anger. God can tell you, this is what I'm going to do with your life. But he will ask you to stay with a very hard mother, hard father, to shape you so that you overcome your anger. Some of you, laziness. Even getting up to take your bath is a problem. Just getting up to take your bath, it's a problem. Now, some of you think that marriage is only about physical beauty. No. Marriage is also about inner character. So as you are spending a lot of money buying cream to beautify your outer layer, it is good. But your character. Your physical beauty will attract the man, but it is your character that will cause him to stay. The same applies to the man. Your handsomeness may attract a lady to you, but it is your character that will cause the lady to stay with you. So take your time and build your character. Tell someone, build your character. That is godly wisdom. I don't have much time, so let me deal with the last one. Wisdom is also the display of the usage of right words. Right words. Any wise person, if you want to identify a wise person, there are 5 features. I'm going to teach you. There are 5 features. Any wise person, they know what to say. That is the first one. What to say. The what to say has to do with the content or the information they have. All of you look at me. If you want to be a wise person, you must read a lot. You have to read. You have to read good books. Read a lot. From January up to date, I have read over 50 books. Lady Apostle, I have read over 50 books. And from January up to date, I'm finishing my faith book. The year 2020, I wrote 18 books. 6 are now published. 12 are in my library. Read. Because readers are leaders. And leaders are readers. Read. As a pastor, I don't read, apart from my Bible, I don't read only Christian literature books. I read on psychology, I read on management, I read on leadership, I read on sociology, I read on how to handle people. I read on how to make people happy. I read on how to be a good grandfather. I read on how to build my marriage. Read. Read. The phone you have, you can download a lot of materials. Read. Expand your mind. Statistically, there are 814 illiterates in the world. And it's been proven with a population of 8 billion people in the world. Statistically, we know that only 5% think, 15% think that they are thinking, and 80% do not think at all. So read. 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 Don't use your phone only to watch videos, unhealthy videos. Hey, I was going to. Then someone will take but read. So instead of using your phone, watching unnecessary videos, read. Watch what will help your mind to grow. Read. Yesterday I was reading a book by Pastor Menso Otabel, Go Borrow Vessels. So whilst leaving the church office in the night, I left the book. Forgetfully, I left the book. When I got back home in my library, I picked a book written by Bishop David Abioye, Winners Chapel, second in command. How to build a creative mind. I started reading. So from last night, I read up to about 20 pages. Read. You are young. 25 years, 26 years, 18 years, 20 years, 30 years. Read. Read. And build your capacity. Each year I read the Bible through once. Each year. I read the Bible through once. If I'm not able to finish reading the Bible, now I've read from January up to date, I have read 1/3 of the Bible. Now, last week I was studying the book of Colossians. And when I'm studying a book, I have to pick the concordance, I have to pick commentary. So sometimes a book that is about 4 chapters, sometimes it takes me 1 month just to finish reading. Now I'm studying the book of Galatians. For 2 days, I have finished only 1 chapter. Because I'm reading the concordance, I'm reading commentary, I'm expanding myself. So read. Ministry is not about the screaming, yeah. One day, all of them, your body will be exhausted. So build capacity now by reading. Read. I listened to one man, Anthony Robinson, who said 1 year he read 700 books. I said, wow. Wow. You heard the baby saying it. Wow. Wow. Your phone is about 3,000 Ghana cedis. Have you purchased a book to read before? A book on prayer. Have you read a book on prayer before? Have you read a book on tongue speaking before? A few months ago, it became an issue in Ghana. Have you read a book on tongue speaking before? With your phone, have you researched on how to improve upon your image? Have you done that? Read. Now, if you have a lot of content, if you have a lot of information, when you stand before people and you are speaking, it will be wisdom. Know what to say. Wise people, they know what to say at each time. Number 2, wise people, they know when to speak. It has to do with the timing. When you hear people passing a comment about some people on social media, you know it is not timely for you to speak. So you do what? You keep your mouth what? Shut. Not everything demands your attention. Are you listening to me? Not everything demands your attention. You hear people who are speaking against the government, speaking against this, speaking against that, speaking against this. It is good to give constructive criticism. But don't join people when they are doing constructive criticism. Know when to speak. That is the timing. Number 3, know where to speak. Wise people, they know where to speak. It has to do with location. When people gather and know that that is not the right place to speak, don't speak. Or if it's the right place to speak, then you can speak. Number 4, they know where not to speak. Wise people, they know where not to speak. People gather somewhere, they are talking, they know this is not the time for me to speak, because if I speak now, someone may misinterpret my suggestion and soil my image. Are you learning? Talk to me, are you learning? Talk to me, are you learning? Please, are you learning? I'm giving you the last one, then I pray with you because of time. So they know what to say, they know when to say, they know where to say, and they know where not to speak. And the last one, they know how to speak. It has to do with the medium. Not everything demands you to pick a phone and send a message to someone. There are times someone will insult you, don't mind the person. Do you understand? There are times as a lady, someone will tell you, oh, you forget about her. There's no need picking your phone to send a message to that person. Know the medium. Know how to speak. Know how to speak. Are you following me? You must know how to speak. For want of time, I have not been finished with the first one, mental development. Another time, I'll come and do the rest for you. Do you understand? I pray God gives all of you the spirit of wisdom. Your amen is weak. I pray God gives all of you the spirit of wisdom. I pray God gives all of you the spirit of wisdom. Every day, pray for wisdom. every day, I pray for wisdom. When I'm talking to people, in my mind, I'll still be praying for wisdom. When I meet people, I'm praying for wisdom, how to speak. I know what to say. I know where to speak, where not to speak, how to speak, and what to speak. And Jesus increased in wisdom. You remember one day they asked Jesus, "Hey, are you the king of the Jews?" He said, "You have said it." I'm not the one saying it. You are saying it. Are you the king of the Jews? He said, "You have said it." How many of you need wisdom? How many minutes do I have? How many of you need wisdom? Only 2 people. How many of you need wisdom? Listen, instead of praying that every day there should be a service for you to fall down and roll on the floor, so that we know that the service was powerful, pray that as you are living here, you are living the spirit of wisdom. Because if you want to fall down, falling down can be easy. I believe in the falling down of the power of the Holy Spirit, but that is not all. I pray God gives all of you the spirit of wisdom. I pray God gives all of you the spirit of wisdom. I pray God gives you the spirit of wisdom. A colleague professor told me there are some of my students, I even feel shy talking with them. Because they are so wise that when I'm even talking with them on a personal level, I feel shy. Wisdom. Jesus at the age of 12 started increasing in wisdom. At the age of 30, when he started his full ministry, for only 3.5 years, look at the impact Jesus made. So he took time to build capacity for 30 years and used only 3.5 years for full ministry. Today, we are having people who are using only 3 years for training and they want to do 30 years of ministry. You need wisdom. How you talk to your father will let me know whether you are a wise person. How you talk to your mother will let me know whether you are a wise person. How you talk to your leader will let me know whether you are a wise person or an unwise person. How you talk to your parents will let me know whether you are a wise person or an unwise person. If you respect your pastors but you disrespect your parents, you are an unwise person. You see some people in our local churches? Pastor, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. But when their mothers are talking to them, you don't have wisdom. You don't have wisdom. Do you know Jesus growing up, the father was a carpenter? No, why did God make it possible for Jesus to be under the tutelage of Joseph the carpenter? So that one day on the cross, you see, when he was growing up and he was speaking, the father was fixing a seat with a nail. If you want to put two together, there must be a nail and a hammer. God was training young Jesus that one day, reconciliation, bringing people to me. You be on this wood. Because you have experienced nail and wood, how the nail enters into the wood. Then finally, you and nail, wood and nail. Jesus. Wood and nail. You have experienced it before. So sometimes only parents be at it. You be crying. You think the person is maltreating you. It is built in your future. I took notice of my mother at the age of 13 years. At the age of 13 years, I had stayed with 13 different people. I'll go and stay here 1 year. I'll go and stay here 3 months. I'll go and stay here. Growing up, the day I realized this is my mother, I was 13 years of age. At that time, I stayed with 13 different people. I stayed with one woman. I'll work sometimes up to 12 midnight. Growing up in the 80s, the community in which we were living, the tap was only flowing at midnight. 12 midnight, you go and queue to fetch water. By the time you are done fetching water and cleaning the whole house, it's about 2 a.m. 5 a.m. you must be up to tidy the house, wash the car, do this before you set off for school. Today, that time I was using, that I could have been crying, 12 midnight working, it is now the strength of my life. That I can sit and use that time, be reading, be writing books, be improving upon myself. So sometimes the situation you are going through now is good. There are some of you who are living, some parents, they don't even have money. And sometimes you are crying that, God, why is it everyone is enjoying by me? No. It is preparing you for your future. Don't outrun the process. I end with this. One young man was counseling him, made me to believe that the parents are super rich. Encouraging him, and one day I had to visit. I was passing by their community. I had to go and visit. So I gave him a call. Hello, young man, I'm here. I wanted to say hi to your parents and leave. I said, Pastor, one day when I called him, and I was praying for him and counseling him, he told me, my father is upstairs. I said, can I talk to your father now? He said, oh, he's upstairs. So in my mind, I envisaged that they are living in that kind of building, where you have living room down there, some rooms down there, a living room, another living room up there. So when he said, Father is upstairs, I said, oh, you are blessed. Because when we were growing up, we were 5 in a room, no upstairs. That small room, 5 in a room. Small. Sometimes we have to share our story with all of you to know that it is a process. Then I said, I've got into the community. Let me pay you a visit. They said, Pastor, okay. I said, no, don't worry. I entered the house. The whole house is the whole house. It's from where the fan is up to here, up to here, up to here. The whole house. So that same dimension, then they have a small portion. This is the living room. This is the bedroom. That's the whole house. So I entered there. There was no space. Even when I was going, there was no space. I told him, I'm comfortable over here. But next time, don't try to impress me. Be yourself. It is good God has placed you here. He is preparing you. Why do you exaggerate? Why do you want to be someone when you are nothing? Just humble yourself. Where you are today, it is okay. You get me? Where you are today, it is okay, but don't stay there. The GTA say one day life the better be parents but the GTA say one day a better be. And don't outrun God. When you see people in their flashy cars, don't be disturbed. Keep on walking. On the university campus, people will be driving their cars, but we were using our own car. When people are using their Mercedes Benz, we were using our own Benz. Lega Benz. I was using my Lega Benz. Lega Benz. My Lega Benz. It's a process. Have you been blessed today? Have you been blessed today? Have you been blessed today? I see you going higher and higher. I see your ministry going higher and higher. I see your life going higher and higher. I see God lifting you higher and higher. I see you going higher and higher. If you can see it, you can have it. Can you see your future? I can see your future. Let me describe your future to you, those over here. I can see your future. That you are a great woman of God. God has prepared you so well. You are full of wisdom. You are traveling all over the world. And people are coming to know Jesus because of you. Say, I believe. know what I see about your future? I see a great man. I see an anointed man. I see a great evangelist. I see a rich man. I see a great leader. I'm not sure I'm talking to the right people. No, I'm talking to you and you are sitting down. I see you as a great man. I see you as a great man. Days coming in your life, if you are talking about the great men in this nation, your name will come on top. Let the world bow down and say you are God. You know that song? Every man will bow down and say you are King. You know that song? So let's start right now. Why would we wait? King of glory, fill this place. Just wanna be you. Just wanna be you. King of glory, fill this place. Just wanna be you. Just
Stand in the gap, 48 hours. My God, it has been awesome. It's been powerful. But tonight, we're excited and we are glad to have once again one that at this point needs no introduction. He's a brother, he's a friend, he's a pastor.
You are my strength when I am weak. Lord, you are the treasure that I seek. You are my all.